Spanish monastery is a magnificent space, filled with beauty, inspiring wonder. The huge building features memorably intricate details, but far more than its physical beauty, it is the unique journey of this building across continents and oceans that makes it so very special. The Spanish monastery is the oldest building in the United States.
This is a building from the 1100s, that means like 900 years old. This building is a historical site, was brought from Spain for a little town is called Sacramento.
Almost 800 years later, in 1925, William Randolph Hearst purchased what is now known as the Monastery of Saint Bernard de Clairvaux.
His hobby was going to Europe, take advantage of the economical problems they had, and that's how he found out this building, and he decided to take it to his castle, which is in San Simeon, California, to be set up around his swimming pool. He passed away, and then the family put the stones for sale, and that's how we have it here in Miami, Florida.
The buildings were dismantled stone by stone. Each was numbered, packed in hay, and shipped to the United States in 10,751 boxes. They sat unassembled for another 26 years, finally finding a home in South Florida. It took 23 men and 3 months to open the boxes and remove the stones. 7 months after work started, the first 2 walls of the cloister began to take shape. Each stone is back in its original location. Reassembling the monastery took 19 months and cost $1.5 million. There is a stark contrast from the bustle of North Miami just beyond the walls of the compound. Inside, concrete and tarmac give way to a meeting of nature and history.
It's a special energy we have. Very peaceful, very beautiful.
A hand-wrought iron gate separates the grounds from the outside world. Recessed statues and rusty iron elements lead to a quiet courtyard. The gardens are lined with manicured hedges and bright, delicate flowers. A tall wooden door leads to a colonnade known as the cloisters that wraps around the 4 sides of the centuries-old structure. From between the elaborately appointed pillars, the sun gives curiously shaped light to the shadows within. Depending on the way the spirit moves you, the hewn stone floor leads you to the looming figure of Alfonso VIII, who reigned during the time of the monastery's original completion, or to the wooden entryway to the chapel. The chapel, the inner sanctum, warm and comforting. Red carpeting anchors the ground. The cross and altar before you are the center of a perfectly balanced space. Balanced but for the variant portrayals within the 2 stained glass windows, 2 of the only 3 known telescopic windows still in existence. Along the cloister stands a dry well made of Roman granite dating back to the 2nd century, and beyond that, the chapter house where monks once sang in chorale or sat quietly to study. Today, the Spanish monastery has an active and growing congregation and is visited by thousands of worshippers and tourists from all over the world who come to find peace and inspiration.